G'day, welcome to the mailbag, take two. Jonathan Walsh, thank you for calling halfway through. We don't understand how it was possible that the phone that's on flight mode was interrupted, but it was. Guys, big signing. He's back. Pete Anthonys, my man.
Contact.
Our man is back. Pistol is back. He had left us for a very short time to go and work at Sky Racing WA as a presenter on TV, and now we've retained our man. He is going to be based out of Melbourne, operating directly with me each and every day as we try and get better and better and better at betting. I'd like to thank Sky Racing for not only giving our man and your man some valuable on-air experience and some insights into how the racing industry works, but most importantly for getting him to cut his hair. I tried for years to do it and I couldn't get anything done, so well done. I'm impressed that you could do that. It might have been Britt Taylor, I'm not sure. I'm convinced that with Pete back, our products will go to the next level. Just with his presence, he's going to add everything to my mounting our mail. We've got the movers. We might do other products. We're not sure. We're not going to force it. Our focus is going to be our personal betting and our content, which I'm sure, given his vast now experience on TV, on the big 528 Sky Central with whoever is on that channel, our products, our content can only become a little bit more professional and better produced. Obviously, the pressure is on Pete to do that because I've proven over a long period of time, whilst I've proven I can sort of find a winner, I've proven that sound quality and production isn't necessarily strength. So I welcome you back. I'm excited to have you back. How are you going? How's Sky? And what's on the horizon?
Well, it's been an interesting year, I'll put it that way. As good as it's been professionally, probably the only way I could describe it otherwise is volatile. So basically got to a couple of months ago, a few ducks lined up, and I thought I can give everything away here for the chance for the dream, and that is to never actually work again outside of myself.
Which, not to cut you off, would help if the person that you came over to bet with told you to bet on the horses that he did tell you to bet on just before they jump, not after.
We might have a few teething issues in terms of actually being able to bet.
Not been a good
horses.
start today, boys and girls, but anyway.
You know,
so
doesn't matter. As I got on the plane, I was managing to cheer home Craig Williams in the first at Cranbourne there yesterday, so it was a good start.
That's where it ended though, for us, but anyway.
But I missed all the rest of it, so it was good.
So personally, it's a big decision though to give up.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
it is.
There's not many people watching who would go and work for Sky. And
Yeah.
go, I don't want to do that, I want to do this.
It's part of it is the challenge, the ongoing stimulation of actually being able to make this work. And if I can do that, then it's the rest of my life sorted.
Yep.
You know, complete and utter freedom, complete control over what I do. Can go anywhere and bet.
Yep.
Based out of a city where the racing industry is vibrant.
Yep.
And it's only going to get more competitive.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of issues with racing over east that a lot of the big dogs over here seem to identify, but when you're coming from Perth, there's arguably far more issues over there.
Yep.
We don't have minimum bet laws as yet. So, that was a big part of the decision as well, being able to actually make decent money.
That's not something I was going to harp on the first show, but I think it's something we can talk about a lot. But if this isn't a kick in the arse for Perth, WA, and any jurisdiction that doesn't have minimum bet laws, then nothing will be. This is a young guy with immense ability who has seen that there's no any worth in dominating and doing your best work in a state where you can't actually bet.
And you know me, because I love Perth as a city.
Fucking hell.
The fact I'm actually here.
Yeah.
It is a big move. But I'll be back there for part of the carnival. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, based out of Melbourne, but like floating around doing whatever you want.
Fly in, fly out punting.
Yep. Okay, we're getting right now, as always, the mailbags powered by puntingform.com.au. Not only the number one place to get your sectional data, but it's also a database you can actually use to bet. Now, some databases do one and some give you the times. This one does everything, and all you need to use it is an internet connection. It's a fantastic tool that I've used to take myself to the next level. Pete is largely doing exactly what I'm doing, a month and a half behind me. And you couldn't bet without it, could you?
No.
It's a fantastic tool. If you haven't tried it, just try it out. Now's the best time to give it a go. Pete and I both use the Punting Form Pro Sectional. What's it called? Sectional Pro Form. So if you go to puntingform.com.au and you look on the website, we've got Sectional Pro Form. That's what we're both using. We're going to do today, guys, races 4, 5, 6, 7, We're going to skip the rest. Race 1, pretty boring. Race 2, not sure what I want to do yet. We'll start at race 4, as I mentioned, and the market looks a little bit like this. Hort the Bruin, $2.50. Mystery Love, $5.50. So Taken, $7. Miret, $7. Zubo, 10s. Fabric, 10s. And longer the rest. There's good speed here, but I think Hort the Bruin do what it wants. Which I think, given the weather we've got at the moment, it's really, really nice weather. I think they'll hold off on watering because there's a lot of rain predicted for tomorrow and especially Saturday. Very, very hard to sort of guess at what the track play is going to be, as always, which is one of our greatest edges on course and the greatest edge if you get one of our products, especially the Mounting Up Mail from Sydney or Melbourne, as we can adjust as the day unfolds to our units. But I think Hort de Bruin will win this race. What do you think, Pete?
I've got a system bet, courtesy of puntingform.com.au for Shakora. So I will be interested. I don't think the horse is suited last start anyway. So I'll be keen to have something on that horse. And I want to have a look at So Taken out of the yard as well, bring some of that Sydney grouse down. Best figures over 1,400 metres. It is coming 3 weeks off a heavy track, but it'll be a horse that I'll be having a chat with Rob Scurry about, so we can just get a gauge on how it usually parades and have a look at that one. So, yeah, obviously the favourite is thereabouts for a good reason. But
I thought Hort de Bruin would be winning. It gets D Lane on Empoy off. I didn't love the way Empoy rode at the Valley. I was being very critical. It wasn't a bad ride. Just didn't like the intent there from the 8 to the 4. The Real Beal was pretty disappointing at the Valley. I backed it as a mover's bet.
Yep.
A little spec at big odds off a really strong trial at Cranbourne. Ben Mellon sacked the horse, and he loves cash. He's a very good judge. But I'm yet to sack it. I'm just punting on it, small bets. If it improves this parade, which wasn't a great parade at the Valley, maybe I could get interested to have something on it. I agree, Shakora ticks a few boxes here. Lovely Matt. Miret, I thought, was one that could win if it's forward enough in the yard. We'll wait and see how it looks. And Mystery Love's the interesting runner for me in the race. I would have thought at Moonee Valley, Damien Oliver would have ridden Tofane, and he elected to ride Mystery Love, I'm assuming. So that's a pretty good, Tofane's a good animal. This is a pretty good push here for Mystery Love. Is obviously showing them something somewhere else. Race number 5, punters, the How Now Stakes, 1,200 metres. The market looks like this. We've got Pippi, dominant favourite, $2. Tofane, horse we just spoke about, $7.50, who was 3 wide cast and enormous at the Valley. Bella Martini, 10s. Grey Shadow, 13s. Dawn, 14th, longer the rest. Angelic Rulers in there, Pete, at 13s. What are you doing with this Western Australian West is best? I know you love it.
Have to have something on. If you want to play each way, you can do things like that if you want to. But Pierce Stable do usually go really well first up, second up. Thought first prep in Melbourne was excellent. And
probably pretty good timing getting a Western Australian permanently onto the mailbag.
Exactly.
The domination that it is.
Get that hashtag.
Scales of Justice, fucking Gadding. Jesus.
Rebel King's looming somewhere.
He's on his way. Yeah, he's going wrong. Little pipe up under there down the
little pipe
straight.
Went 15 lengths faster to the 600 than he did the previous start. Probably wondering what the hell was going on.
Welcome to Victoria.
Yeah.
Gadding hates roses, by the way. Too.
Yeah.
Hates them. I've been to Belmont and Ascot. There's no plants in the mounting yard. He was worried. What the fuck are these things? He's trying to stomp every one of them.
Big hello to Bam Bam Forrester to try and contain him.
Oh god, what a woman. I thought Pippi's pretty bomb-proof here. I don't understand. I can't see any way she loses. She controls the race. Absolutely controls it. Unless something goes amiss with the horse, I don't see how it stops. Ben Mellon will do whatever he wants. I don't think anything will take him on. I thought Everyday Lady was really good last start. SP huge, but was really impressive through the line at the Valley. Diamond Effort has a really strong SP profile. Gets Willow on here. And it's got a good SP profile over a bunch of horses in this race, outside of Pippi. Grey Shadow never runs a bad race, and especially at Caulfield. Gets El Meech, which I don't think will suit the way Grey Shadow's ridden. But the horse, he can really, really let down. Dawn was enormous for us last start. Mounting Up Mail, I believe, maybe a mover, can't remember. But it was 3 wide and really, really strong for us at Caulfield. Victory Kingdom has an SP over Tofane, who was enormous last start. As I mentioned, Tofane was huge, but is Victory Kingdom even in this race? I've gotten lost.
No, I was in the...
Victory Kingdom Scratch. Forget it. Victory Kingdom Scratch, Peter. We'll go over to race number 6. I'm tipping Pippi. Race 6, Sir Kandrabad, $5. Super Titus, $5. Wolf, $5.50. Steel Prince, $7.50. Supernova, 8s. Etymology, 8s. So You Win, 15s, and much longer the rest. Solid speed here, Pete. Anything that took your sort of fancy?
I've got another system bet in Steel Prince, but so far opened up, I guess, short enough. Hasn't necessarily come in for any support at all. It's drifted right out towards $8 or so. So, again, maybe slightly sticky map. Steel Prince.
I thought
be the concern.
Yeah, and Ollie gets off, Clayton Douglas gets on, which is like, it's no bag on Clayton Douglas, but it's like if Marnus Labuschagne replaced Stephen Smith. It's not a bag of Marnus, but he's not Stephen Smith.
Like for like replacement.
Ollie's a gun, like the king, so he's off. Tricky. Super Titus was huge last start, 3 wide, and very, very strong late. Willow gets on. He obviously liked what he saw. He now takes over. Captain Cook couldn't win last week though, coming out of the same race, which I think is a little bit of a chink in the form. Spoken about Steel Prince. I think Gaelic Chieftain's the one here, big odds. Wasn't suited at all first up there at the Valley and was extremely strong late. Might be too soon for its second up.
Good Bunbury boy on.
But big odds to find out. I think you can have something on small second up and just sort of follow it through for the next maybe second, third and fourth up performance before we're getting these big double figure prices.
I'm going to have something etymology.
Very good last start. But given a great ride by Benny Mel, who sticks.
It sticks. But I think it'll be suited going up in distance off the late sections there last start, despite being in a really good tempo race.
Yeah. And the other one to mention is Sir Kandrabad for me. Loses Giant gets D, which isn't great. But geez, it was really, really strong last time. It was in the worst part of it made a run in the worst part of the ground there at Moonee Valley. Solid through the line. I think the market's kind of gone towards other form lines. So the Gaelic Chieftain, obviously Sir Kandrabad's favourite, so I think it can win, but I want to be around it with Gaelic Chieftain. But I like the fee and stakes as the form line for this race. So that's Sir Kandrabad, Gaelic Chieftain, and you can see a few others if you do some form, puntingform.com.au. On the right hand of the top part of the screen when you log in, you'll be able to see the race they're coming out of and what they did to the 6 and from the 6 there. I think the fee and stakes is a pretty good form reference for this race. We'll head over to race 7, but before we do that, the mailbag is hydrated by Goat Lager. Brewed using the pure waters of the Yarra River.
I sent a photo yesterday. It's just staying a couple of nights in Crown, Skyline, and one of my mates goes, "You've got a poor room, you're not even facing the Yarra." I was like, "I am facing the Yarra, it's just camouflage. It looks like fucking concrete."
Well, up near Richmond is a bit different.
It's slightly brighter.
More oceany, you know? It's more pure up near Richmond where they suck it out from through the hose, you know, into the kegs. No, they don't. They actually don't. Just in case anyone's watching. Yeah, but anyway, the mailbag is hydrated by Goat Lager, and we love Goat Lager, and so should you. If you take a photo with any Goat Lagers, and tweet me, I'll look after you. You get a free product. You get whatever you want out of me. Race 7, Pistol.
Yeah.
It's a Sir Rupert Clarke Stakes. It's a Group 1 handicap over 400 metres, my man.
Wowee.
We've got a favourite here in Be Good to Your Mother, $3. Amphitrite, $7.50. So Si Bon, $8. Age of Chivalry, 10s. Dispatched, Benny Gladrap Melon, 11s. Longer the rest. I'll do a speed map here. Would you like that?
Yep, I think I'll be helpful.
All right, punters, dribblers.
The works.
Let it load. Come on. The internet down here has been awful the last couple of days. Okay, Be Good to Your Mother, Streets of Avalon, Dispatched, and Cliff's Edge all inject good speed in this race.
Yep.
Best of Days and Iconoclasm and Age of Chivalry can also inject speed into this race. Therefore, enormous speed in this race. Spirit of Valor, Deprived, sort of midfield worse. Sosi Bond, I think even Black Heart Bart might kick up from 5.
Yep.
Billy Egan on Witchy Turf will roll, I think, not last. He won't land last. He might be 2 to 3 pairs from last. Madison County near the back. Amphitrite from 8. Willow might try and pinch a few lengths, grab a few spots at the start here from 8, because there's a couple that might have to go back off this hot tempo. Fast and Tempest last. Now, gotta be careful, just a word of warning. Be careful what you say about some of these, especially Be Good to Your Mother. I'm cheering the camp. I think Daniel Bowman's an outstanding trainer and a good bloke. But I said I was laying it one day, and I don't know who it was, but a manager maybe. I know you're watching, mate. Has never got in touch personally, but he bagged the fuck at me when it won. So they'll be listening to our advice on how to ride the horse, even though the word is they've gone to a different option to get actual horse, a non-betting option. But that's not been. I'm just throwing out an action there that I've heard on the grapevine. How would you ride Be Good to Your Mother here? Drawn 3. It's gone 16 lengths fast to the 600 last start.
That's a big query, isn't it? There's a fair few horses that would have run a reasonably good tempo there last start, and how they back up after
and
3.
Dispatch could just break all these hearts, or they could both get to that pain threshold and go, I feel sick, I'm not doing that again.
Are they going to fall in the hole late?
How would you ride Be Good to Your Mother?
You have to ride a positive from the gate.
Do you lead?
I always think your advantage is to lead. Then you get to dictate. I don't want to take a coffin seat.
I think Age of Chivalry can win. I think I've been tipping the horse big time this whole prep on the show.
Yeah.
Drawn 1 gets MD. He'll snick. He'll originally take the coffin, but he might get pushed to 2 back the fence.
It's a double coffin.
Because if Be Good to Your Mother slightly snicks.
Yep.
Cliff's Edge gets blinkers on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to go forward. Dispatched, Ben Mellum. He's not going to gift it to him. No. He's going to take it on. He'll try and sit off of that. He likes to be on the shoulder, Ben. But Streets of Avalon backs up off 7 days.
Yep.
Up to 400 metres ideal trip. It's a fast horse.
It is.
And then we're forgetting about Iconoclasm, who's got El Meach. So I was bagging Linda Meach there, but a little bit before on Grey Shadow. I think Ollie off El Meach on's almost a positive here for Iconoclasm.
Yep.
It's drawn wide now, gets the golden switch. Mark Lambourne, Racing Rant. If you want to learn how to punt, you should watch Racing Rant. It's a great show. It's how I cut my teeth. Goes from inside to outside draw here, Iconoclasm.
Yep.
El Meach on.
With
it's probably going to go forward.
What?
Spurs. She sleeps in Spurs.
I was going to say, it's things dreams are made of.
I wouldn't say that. You'd be a sore boy. Best of Days can go forward too. So I think Best of Days goes back, but there's 5 genuine leaders here. There's some severe decisions to be made in the first 300 metres by these jockeys. I think whatever the stables say will be irrelevant as to how they... No, like if they say, I want you to lead, it'll just be all what happens in the first couple of bits.
Well, it's going to... Who's playing chicken, basically?
And then who do you want to be with?
Amphitrite.
No, I mean, out of those jockeys and leaders, you want to... Like, I'm tipping Ben Mellon.
Yeah, I would too.
Glad,
I think he's got the most experience in terms of being able to put it together and evaluate exactly how fast they're going early.
This could be the ride that makes J Mott though. On Cliff's Edge, blinkers on. Just roll, Jamie. Just keep rolling. 400 metres at Caulfield is torturous for the wide draws. If you've got some speed, you need to roll all the way forward and just show good intent. It'll be on for young and old here. You're tipping Amphitrite off a hot speed, are you?
It is a system bet.
Yep.
Big watch. It's coming out of just I guess a slow to even tempo there last start. Really good surge towards the line. Step up in distance looks ideal. Second up last preparation recorded a good figure. Got good figures at the track. Think it maps well. Getting each way value.
I think there's a sneaky here. Deprived. Dominant SP over Spirit of Valor, Widgie Turf and Fastnet. So I'm sort of saying it's going to beat them. Now, what price would the Inevitable be here?
The Inevitable there?
The Inevitable. The Tassie Flyer. It's a little midget that just doesn't stop.
Yep.
What price would it be here? $4?
Yeah, about 4.
This thing SP 440 versus the Inevitable wasn't suited. Is in the worst. It was rails in Run at Moonee Valley where that was poison, and closed enormous. Rachel King gets on, Ollie off, not great. Map's awful, but you're sort of going to get a price. It's going to blow huge, and it's going to sit off this hot speed. I agree. Amphitrite looks the most likely. If you had to bet, if I had to tell you what to do now, which I'm not suggesting a bet in this race, it's fucking chaos.
It is chaos.
But if I was, I'd be tipping you Amphitrite. I think what it did first up was enormous.
It was,
and it's going to be suited by the way the race is run.
Yep.
I think Sosie Bond's flying, gets a soft map, and J Carr airborne.
Yep.
Iconoclasm I've spoken about. I think Blackheart Bar.
Oh.
Magical Waters of Warrnambool, Lindsay Smith. If he can get a horse with a broken back to run 2 PBs at 9 or 7, how old Scales of Justice is.
Ooh.
You can't rule out Blackheart Bart getting back to some of its massive figures it was running.
I thought he was good there first up.
Enormous! Missed run.
Yeah.
Went huge. Pete, it can win.
I'm just trying to keep it just down.
Age of Chivalry is an exciting horse. I just hate the setup. D lane off, MD on, drawn 1. That's poisonous.
Yep.
Be Good to Your Mother and Dispatch. I love those platforms. It's a big gut buster.
Yep.
Good parades. We could launch units at either here. Mellum getting onto Dispatched. I just fear for like this. It's such a tactical setup at the start of this race.
Sensational.
Sensational. Like it's an outstanding. It's the best race of recent time for me. I'm very, very excited for race 8, race 7, the Sir Rupert Clarke, and I'm cheering Be Good to Your Mother, battlers from Warner. I am. I'd love to see. I'd hate to see Deprive win. The sheep gets the cash again. Like it's no good. No good at all.
Won't say anything.
Yeah, we've got to be. I don't have to edit it. Well, actually, you're here now. You're editing it. But
Take 3.
yeah, take 3. Race 9, punters, 1100 metres. Plakestone, 380. Liar, $6. Order of Command, Ben Mellum, $6.50. Turbian B. Allen, $6.50. William Thomas, D. Dunn, 8s. Tattoo Key, this little import thing, 13s, and along with the rest. There's some speed here, but they all sort of find their spots. You can figure it out. Thoughts? What do you want me to roll?
I'm pretty keen to see what William Thomas looks like visually, first up. Recorded a really good figure first up last prep.
Dynamic horse, isn't it?
Yeah, great track distance stats. Ticks boxes for me. Gate 4 looks ideal. D Dunn, probably not in peak D Dunn form, but we're just getting into the
D Dunn's on a bit of a flat run.
Yeah.
D Dunn's a veteran with a severe amount of ability.
Exactly.
And a proven track record to perform in the big races.
And I think this horse suits the way he rides as well.
If he's down there, he's going to yo-yo himself back up, isn't he? So
yeah, for me, at the price, that's the one I'll be looking to play, especially if I get that positive out of the yard. So
I think Plaguestone's justified in being the favourite. Trial's good enough. It has a huge SP over Batter Choice, the other chic horse. Liar's also there, but it's a different camp. Go to the Freedman camp. It brings pretty exciting form, I thought, Liar. I think Liar is the most likely bet for us from the yard.
Yep.
It's horse on the up here. Some of these are sort of exposed. William Thomas clearly has a bunch of issues. It hasn't sort of delivered on what it's done. It obviously gets sore and has to be looked after. It wasn't suited last start, Liar, behind Exhilarates. Just now might not be suited again, drawn 1 with Meech on, but it's tricky race. Mystico's always missed by the market.
Yep.
Just like she just has to hold on here. If it's right, it'll just keep going. Runson. Well, what do you do with Runson? Runson caught one of the worst rides of all time from the Ninja Warrior Stephen Baster at Mooney Valley. It was 7 wide, and the inevitable fucking went around it. It's unbelievable. It's like, Stephen, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like I was pissing with rain and he found the lane. You didn't, Steve. You're just 5 wide. I don't know what's going on there, Stevie. Turbin's another horse with good ability. I thought the race was quite tricky. Might try and find Liar, but that's about all I've got to offer there in race 9. Anything at all extra?
No.
Anything else on the card or around the grounds, Peter, that you found?
Around the grounds, we've done the whole of Sydney.
Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle. Ascot. Not Ascot, we're not there yet. Belmont. God, I'm just praying for Ascot, I think, like most of WA. G'day to all the Perth followers. We've had a movers bet, race 1 in WA, Belmont.
Yeah, give it out.
Prize Nemesis. Thought it was outstanding first up.
Yeah.
Came off a good trial. Mitchie Pateman should just be smoking the pipe. Small field. Think it'll be strong. Hopefully they can make ground.
Sits off the speed and be hitting the line hard, we're hoping.
I thought it should be probably closer to $4 than what we saw.
Belmont race 1.
Number 1, I think.
Yeah, it is. Belmont race 1, number 1.
In Sydney, old Sydney town.
Subpoenaed. A horse I've got a lot of time for.
Pretty tough race.
Can it beat that Libertini?
I've actually got a Fun Star to knock off Libertini.
So we're trying to knock off Libertini, both of us.
Yeah. I'm not sure where Libertini's going to get to in the run. I think if they sneak, there'll be enough horses with a good turn of foot in front of it.
And then there's also the question of what's his track going to do?
Well, I'm playing Rails Off, and that's from a Perth neutral who's just dipping into the Sydney form full time now. But I'm more than happy to be going with horses with a bit of momentum coming around Coming around the turn. So for me, Funstar ticked a lot of boxes. I like that Yard Dash form. We were very big on Yard Dash their last start. Had a really good result there, and Funstar I thought was excellent behind that horse. So for me, wet stats are good. I'd love to see rain happening. Good track stats. I think the step up 13 to 14 looks ideal.
Okay.
J-Mac ready. And then there was one other race I think in Sydney as well. I didn't mind one. Yeah, it might be the feature. Pirata with something sunlight.
Okay, interesting stuff there.
Happy to play both.
Righto, Peter. It's Case-Bet Cup time. Now, unfortunately, West was not fucking best last week, and I had material, man. It ran last.
Ah, there we go.
So I've just waiting on the details. I've got to cough up a case worth of cash.
Yeah.
So, this week, punters.
Yep.
Case-Bet Cup, brought to you by betfair.com.au. As is this show, we are sponsored by Betfair. Betfair is an exchange where it's punter v punter. They champion winners. They don't shut down your accounts like the plastics do. Everything that ever happens in racing, anything you might think is untoward, or someone has a large amount of money in a horse at the death with a bookmaker or anywhere, where would they get that off at? Betfair. If you watch Betfair late, it's a big insight into what's happening in any race anywhere in the world.
Oh, late flux.
If you head to betfair.com.au, you can go to the hub. You can get Betfair Live up. It's an interactive web page that I have up every single day I'm at the races, and it's like got all the flux and all the action, how much has been matched, what percentage of the market's been matched on each horse. It's fantastic information for wagering.
Might have used it on some network that I was being broadcast on.
Be careful, we don't want to get in trouble if that's...
Well,
next thing they get me to cut my beard off. Anyway, this week's Case-Bet Cup is race 8. The Jim Maloney Stakes. You must pick a horse, double figures or better.
I don't know who you're picking, so I really hope you don't pick the horse I'm picking.
I'm just going to make it up right now.
I'm on excused.
Yeah, you would be on excused. I don't know why.
Yep.
I'll take Westport.
Oh.
Third, almost outsider.
What price?
It's $26.
That's all right.
Ben Mellon gets on.
Yeah.
Drawn 1. Good luck. So race 8, Jim Maloney Stakes, is the Case-Bet Cup, punters. Best bet, value and lay, please, Peter.
Oh.
My best bet, race 4, number 3, Hot Bruenher, $2.50. My value, punters, race 6, number 3, Gaelic Chieftain, $30 plus. Lay of the day, don't really have one. I'm just going to lay race 1. What an awful race. Why was it even on the card?
Just lay the entire race.
Just don't watch it.
Just lay it for a result. Best for me, I'll go with Mitchie in race 1 at Belmont, prize Nemesis.
Yep.
$5.650. I think that's our stunning value.
Good odds.
Value is at Caulfield, race 4, Shakora.
Yeah, race 4.
What's the other one? The lay.
Lay. You laying anything?
I love laying things. Can I lay Libertini at Randwick?
Yep.
Let's do that.
Yep. Libertini at Randwick, that's it,
It'll
guys.
be controversial.
A little bit controversial. Mountie Yard Mail punters from Caulfield and Randwick. Rob Scurry will be on course at Royal Randwick for a huge card of racing. He's also going to give us a Mountie Yard Mail from Newcastle Cup tomorrow, Friday. So if you're signed up for Rob stuff, you'll get Newcastle and then you'll get Randwick. Huge day at Randwick. Rob and all the other Sydney punters might get a little bit confused though. There's a lot of big fields there in Sydney. They're not used to that sort of stuff down there. Anything else?
Don't think so. I think we're done.
I've enjoyed having you back a lot.
Oh, here we go.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you have a winning weekend. Bye-bye.